Whispers. ASMR. And welcome back. Today I am doing a request video about the HMHS Britannic. And this was requested by commenter Amanda Rabbitskin. Thank you for your suggestion. And if anybody has any suggestions, feel free to write them in the comments. I have a list of suggestions to do. So, if you want some facts about something or other, drop them down in the comments and I will consider it. I will consider doing a video, a whispering facts video for you. So for this facts video, I'm actually gonna do an article reading. I don't know too much about the Britannic, and I found, and where's the best place to start to find out about it is the encyclopedia. So I'm on the Britannica encyclopedia, and I'm going to be reading the Britannic's little entry. I think it's actually pretty short, so maybe I'll find some supporting details. I just couldn't find much about this ship without looking for something really specific. But I don't know too much about it, so I think this was a perfect place to start. I did see articles that were talking about how now scuba divers can just go down to the wreckage of the ship, and that's that just gives me I don't know, it gives me chills thinking about how people can just go down there and just check it out that aren't scientists looking at the ship. One article is talking about it being now a tourist destination that scuba divers can just go down, but it's a shipwreck, so I don't know, it's just so eerie to me. Anyway. Put down your phone and relax. Fall asleep. Just hang out with me, whatever. Let's begin. Britannic. I'm tapping on a mug. In full, His Majesty's Hospital Ship Britannic, or abbreviated HMHS Britannic, British ocean liner that was a sister ship of the Olympic, and the Titanic, the infamous Titanic, having never operated as a commercial vessel. It was refitted as a hospital ship during World War I and sank in 1916, reportedly after striking a mine. So it was not a passenger ship. Interesting. Unlike the Titanic, the Britannic was built by the Belfast firm of Harland and Wolff as a part of a class of transatlantic luxury liners for the White Star Line. The class, which was designed for comfort rather than speed, was conceived in 1907 destruction began with the laying of the keel. I don't know what that means. After the Titanic sunk in April of 1912, however, the ship was redesigned to incorporate various safety modifications. Okay, so let's think about that for a second. They made the Titanic in 1907 with the Olympic, and then they wanted a third ship that was going to be larger and more luxurious. So they did that. They made that plan in November of 1911, and then in April of 1912, not even a year later, like honestly, a few months later, the Titanic sank. And so, like, did people want bigger, more luxurious ships? I don't think so. But I'm glad they added all of these safety modifications. Notably, more lifeboats were added, and its watertight compartments, which featured doors that allowed the sections to be isolated from each other, were increased to 17 in number, 5 of which were raised from E deck to B deck. I'm actually not too sure what any of that means. In addition, its name was reportedly changed from the Gigantic to the Britannic. Okay. After the hull was completed, the ship was launched on February 26th, 1914. The Britannic was scheduled to begin its commercial service the following year. However, with the start of World War I in 1914, the Britannic was I don't know what this requestioned. I don't know what request was changed. It was remodeled as a hospital ship in 1915. Upon its completion, the ship measured approximately 882 feet, which is 269 meters in length, and had a gross tonnage of 48,158. So it weighed a lot. It weighed a lot, and it was big, and now it was going to be used for the war. On December 23rd, 1915, so a few days before Christmas in 1915, the Britannic undertook its maiden voyage, sailing from Liverpool, England, to the Greek islands of Lemnos, I'm not sure how that's pronounced, via Naples. After collecting some 3,300 casualties, the ship departed for Southampton, England, and arrived there on January 9th, 1916. The Britannic sailed on 2 subsequent voyages before being released from war duty in June of 1916. I'm wondering what this all means. What is a maiden voyage? And that's not a route. That's just one time the ship goes out. That's the maiden voyage. I don't know. I do not know. So it was released from war duty in June of 1916. However, 2 months later, it was again requisitioned. I think that's what it is. Requisitioned. On November 12th, 1916, the Britannic departed from Southampton to Lemnos on its 6th voyage. At approximately 8:15 a.m. on November 21st. Okay, and this is 1916. Some 2 miles, 3 kilometers, from Kea Island, Greece. An explosion occurred on the ship. An explosion. on the ship. Initial reports suggested the cause as either a mine or a torpedo, though later evidence pointed to a mine. In October, a German U-boat had laid mines in the area. Although the damage was extensive, only 6 of the watertight compartments flooded, and the ship remained afloat. As the ship listed, I don't know what that means, kept going, water began to enter open portholes from the starboard side. In an attempt to beach the ship off of Kia, Captain Charles Bartlett ordered full speed. The movement, however, caused more water to enter the ship, and Bartlett quickly ordered the engines to stop. The engines stopped. Stop. At approximately 9:07 a.m., the Britannic sank. Wow. While the Titanic took 2 hours and 40 minutes to founder, which I guess means sink fully, the Britannic was lost in about 55 minutes. Several boats came to rescue the survivors, including the Scourge and the Heroic. Despite the speed of its sinking, only 30 people were killed. More than 1,030 were saved. Wow. That's awesome that so many people were saved. And then there's this little aside, I guess, that in 1975, French ocean explorer Jacques Cousteau discovered the wreckage of the Britannic. The ship was found lying on its starboard side at a depth of some 390 feet, 119 meters. It was intact except for a large hole in its bow. I mean, here's the thing. How did this ocean explorer find this ship, discover it? Didn't people know exactly where it was? So I'm a little confused on that. But that was it. Okay, that's it. That is the encyclopedia entry for the Britannic. The Britannic. Let's see what else I can find on it. I'm actually gonna look on my phone because my computer is just freaking out right now, so I don't want to freak it out some more by doing some quick Google searches. But, okay, so the Britannic. Okay, this is what I found. So I went to their Wikipedia, and it says that in their legacy, having her career cut short in wartime, and never having entered commercial service, and having very few victims, I guess, very few compared to the Titanic, the Britannic did not experience the enthusiasm aroused upon the mention of her name, unlike that of her sister ship Titanic. So, how many people died in the Titanic? More than 1,500 people. Okay, yeah, that's much more than 30. I am just perusing this. It says that the Britannic was the largest ship lost in the First World War. After the First World War, the White Star Line was compensated for the loss of the Britannic by the award of SS Bismarck 1975, the vessel is the largest intact passenger ship on the seabed. Wow. I wanted to also read about the legacy. No, not the legacy. In pop culture, the sinking of the ship was dramatized in a 2000 television film called Britannic that featured Edward Atherton, Amanda Ryan, Jacqueline Bisset, and John Rhys Davies. The film was a fictional account featuring a German agent sabotaging the ship because the Britannic was secretly carrying ammunitions. The BBC Two documentary, Titanic's tragic twin, The Britannic Disaster, was broadcast on the 5th of December 2016, presented by Kate Humble and Andy Torbett. It used up-to-date underwater film of the wreck and spoke to relatives of survivors. Al Makatsu's 2020 novel The Deep was set partly on the Britannic and on its sister ship, the Titanic, and centered around the sinking of both the ships. The Gigantic is a plot device in the 2009 escape room game 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. That's interesting. That's really specific. But yes. And so when you look up the Britannic ship now, some news about it is that divers can just go down there. Yeah, it says, wreck of the Titanic's sister ship Britannic to divers for the first time. This is the Daily Mail, though, but it says it was open to divers for the first time in 2020. Legislation from the Greek government would allow divers to venture to the wreck. Ooh, it's so eerie. It must be like huge and rotting underwater. I hope you enjoyed that. The history, the facts, what it's up to now, all of that. And before I end this video, I'm gonna do some tapping on the cup. Some tapping on a mug. It is actually a different mug though, so I hope that this one sounds just as good. The mug that I did it with it last time is dirty. It is in the dirty dishwasher, and I'm gonna do the dishwasher later, so I found another mug, and this one's bigger, so it won't fit as snug on, and let's see if that sounds even better. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm soft-speaking now because I feel like I put the mug on and you actually can't hear me at all. So, if you're wondering, this is my soft-spoken voice. I don't feel like it's very soft. But I do want to do a soft-spoken video. Anyway, I feel like I've built all of this up, but now I'm going to start tapping. Also,